All right, everybody, we're about to get this show started. But let's start off with some cool music to get everybody some time to come to the live stream. Here we go.
J Torch and friends. It's about to go down, baby. Yeah. Round and around and around. Yeah. When love goes around, it comes around. It comes around. Can't stop it. When love goes around, it comes around. Here it goes. Yeah. DJ Torch. DJ Torch. Friends. It's about to go down. Pull up a chair, the family's here. Voices are warm, the vibe is clear. Love goes around. Ooh, DJ Torch and friends, it's about to go down. Yeah. It's about to go down. Yeah. Laughter and truth, a gentle sound. Hearts open wide when the love goes round. About to go down. Love goes around, it lifts, it flows. Love goes around and everybody knows. Love goes around from me to you. Love goes around, it always comes through. Yeah, yeah. We share, we laugh, we grow. Respect the space. Love goes around. That's our cue. It's not a party without you, without you, without you, without you. DJ Torch and friends, round and round and round it goes, love goes around.
All right, everybody, this is DJ Torch. We're about to get this party started. What?
Round and round and round it goes.
I'm out. Good night, Inglewood. Thank y'all so much.
Yes. On the positive note, it looks like finally, after years and years and years and years, Kevin Hart and Cat Williams have ended their beef, at least for now. Let's face it, for now. I would love to see both of them doing a couple shows together. That would be great. That would be cool. They both have different styles of comedy, so it's not like a conflict on having them both on the stage at the same time. And I think it would help. I think it would help both men. I think it would help both men. Shout out to Why Is Seeking Knowledge. Want you to have a great evening tonight. Like to shout out everybody who's in the chat and in the clouds. We're about to get this started. Let's play a little bit more of this, and then we're going to get the party started because, that's how we do it here. Here we go. Yeah. Shout out to Miss Alto in the house. Good seeing you, Miss Alto. We're just giving, Kevin and Kat a shout out for doing something a lot of men don't do, which is to squash a beef. Both of them are just too talented in the comedy field to have this problem. Let's put it this way. It is good seeing everybody. So let's get this started off real quick. If you don't already know, Nikki kicked out her dude.
So DJ Vlad got the internet saying that Nicki Minaj might have quietly left her husband, Kenneth Petty. And the reason people think that is not even a tweet, it's not even a diss, it's his address. And yeah, this got messy fast. So this all starts with DJ Vlad, who ran.
So we can confirm that's his new house. Kenneth Petty is now staying in here. And it's kind of ironic that he's staying in a shack because it exposes a lot of different theories. Number one, it shows you that he started with nothing and he's ending with nothing. I mean, it's not nothing. I mean, he still has a little place to stay, right? But it shows you that he was not contributing, obviously, to the household. If he's ending up in a shack like this. Number two, it's ironic his name is Kenneth Petty because it sounds like it's Nikki who's a Pettywood. Didn't even buy him a small house. That is a shack. That is not a house. That's a little bit bigger than those what do they call it? You know, those instant houses they pop up. It's about a little bit bigger than that. Shout out to Alex in the house. Good seeing you, Alex. So it sounds like Nikki's a little bit petty. I wonder what her next move is going to be. You know, because she's done more work in politics than she has on her music lately. But I guess when you're a musical icon, I guess you can take the night off. You know, that's one thing you can do. So yeah. Shout out. Shout out. Shout out. So I saw this clip. By this dude named Medium Man, right? Dude named Medium Man. Whatever the hell that means. Let me fix my camera here a little bit. Let me show you what he's cooking. What I don't know if he's cooking, but let me show you what's up. And then after that, we're going to get into Cheyanne real quick. Here we go.
I have to answer. Did we already do this question? When's the last time you was intimate with someone? You don't have to answer.
Now, first of all, I like to show you this. These red pill dudes are the biggest leeches ever. I don't have a problem with, them using Kendra G's videos, but then they turn around and say they tried to convince other men on how useless modern women are while using modern women's resources. Let me repeat that one more time. Why they diss modern women while using modern women's resources. In this case, Medium Man is using Kendra G's resources. So, and it looks so small, and he's just using a video. No, but this is a man who has made his whole career trying to make modern women small, right? Make them inferior, while using them for resources. You can't make this shit up. If you want to call modern women ain't shit, don't use they shit. That's how I'm talking about it. Dang it, I'm swearing too much, ain't I? Okay, let me keep it going. Here we go.
2 weeks ago. Who this guy, girl? One thing they're saying is you did sleep with a guy 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
She like, hey, it is what it is. And I'll stop it right there. This is the funny thing and ironic clown show stuff that modern men and modern males, really modern men and, medium man bring to this table. He is what he claims to be in a way a statisticist, a stat guy, right? He's a stat guy. But the funny thing, stat he doesn't run on his show ever, and they're great at omissions of stats when it doesn't favor them, is the level of promiscuity between black men and black women. He outs this woman here as being a little bit, in 2 weeks, 2 weeks ago, she was with some dude, right? When there are perfectly thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of examples of black men on Kendra G's show telling Kendra G they just slept with somebody that day. Some dudes even have children with them and they're trying to get hooked up. So it's kind of funny how he's trying to make this one-sided and appear to be like this woman who had, and it was really her business, really, but, had relations 2 weeks ago. But as a stat expert does not compare that to the amount of sex men have in comparison, which is 3 times as much. And black women they are not even on the top of the most sexually active women as Caucasian women. Let's listen a little bit more to his clown show. Let's see where he's going with this.
I sure did have sex with a brother 2 weeks ago, and what?
I'm out of town thugging with my rhymes, my coochie pink and my booty hole brown.
Just in case. And you see how vulgar his shit is, right? Let's keep.
Do I need to run it back, guys?
No, you don't need to run it back, clown. No, you don't.
No, do I need to run it back, guys?
So, Medium Man, I want you on your show. This is what I want you to do. I want you to run back the stats on which male group in the United States of America is the most sexually active, the most infected, the most unemployed. I want you work on those things, Medium Man. Work on those things. Let's see where you can go with that. Because see, that's what these red pillar dudes are all about. They're not helping other black men at all because they keep you stagnant. They keep you believing you're doing good enough by disrespecting the only group of women that supported you ever. And you're going to find out how much ever that is further on as we get in this show. He does, if you're going to be a stat, be an honest stat guy. Be an honest stat guy. He can't even do that. He cannot even do that in the house. I said what I said. So you saw the vulgar video of a woman who had, admits to having relations 2 weeks before being on Kendra G's show. And he literally slush shamed her. Knowing that at least 40% of the men in his following have, if they were on Kendra's show, would have had sex the day prior or even that day. What a hypocrite. So let me give you some examples, though. Let's start off really smooth with some examples. Here we go. Here's an example. See, you know what's funny? He went after this black woman here, right? He went over to diss this black woman here. You know who he doesn't talk about?
Raise your hand if you've ever dated a celebrity.
This woman right here. Here we go.
I always like have a go.
There you go. Oh, media man, why aren't you talking about women like Selena Powell? Who all the men want, slept with at least what? From what I heard, she slept with the whole basketball team. At least the starting lineup, right? Rappers galore, Offset, Snoop. Oh, media man, why don't you talk about Snoop being up 304? A whole married man acting like he's not married. Oh, you didn't know? Oh, you didn't look in your stat book? Where's your stat book at, my man? Did you see the stats? Do you see Snoop's stats? Did you look at Snoop's stats? No, you didn't, did you?
Flashbacks was Young Thug.
Oh, shit.
Oh, Young Thug just got fresh out of jail, right? Media man. Yeah, Young Thug just got out of jail. You'd think he would appreciate his freedom, right? He had a loyal woman, Mariah the scientist, cheated on her. Guess with who? There you go. So media man, he likes to glorify other races of women, even those other races, and berate black women, even though those other races of women put up higher numbers.
Young Thugger.
Damn. But it was great, and he paid me.
And Young Thug is a trick at that. Had a whole scientist to himself. I think they have a kid together now. That's what you call plantation buck behavior. It's a syndrome. When men, even when they get everything they want, they either squander it or risk it.
Only 3,000.
Okay, so Thug was the best you ever had. Who was the second best?
It's a tie between like 50 Cent and Snoop Dogg.
High value 50 Cent. I don't hear medium man talking about 50 Cent. You ain't talking about 50 Cent being a hoe, do you? Or a trick, either one. I don't care. You can pick one. Which one? She slept with all the high value men. Medium man. I don't see you talking about her. I bet she don't wait no 2 weeks, does she?
She's jumping in.
Snoop or 50 Cent? You had to choose one. Snoop.
I feel really bad. I shouldn't have done all that to him. I was so surprised when I was fucking him. I was like, oh my God.
What she's talking about done that to him is just she exposed him. See, Snoop has been snooping around on his wife, probably soon to be ex-wife. That is plantation behavior. That is plantation buck behavior. When you have a woman that rode and died with you and you still cheated on her over and over and over again. Let's keep it going.
Oh my God. I'm still waiting for Drake.
Drake?
Thank you.
Drake?
That was my second choice. I'm still waiting for you. Yeah. He told me I was dark and disturbed. I was like,
oh shit.
What? But that's fine, Daddy. You can't dream of fucking Tory Lanez. If you want to fuck Tory, that shit's so easy. But Tory hates me.
I'm trying to smash. What's up?
You ever look back like I fucked up? Is there someone that you think like,
Academics, 100%.
You fucked up with academics?
100%. I left.
Oh, high value DJ Academics, who, by the way, is right now in a court proceeding in reference to some essay allegations that seem quite very, 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 very serious. Seems to have some weight to it. So all these dudes who talk about women sleep with a woman who sleeps around. So all these dudes who talk smack about how black women are 3 or 4s and stuff, calling them all fast and all that kind of shit. What do they do? What do they do? Plantation Buck behavior. They all sleep with a literal 304. A literal 304. Do you see these men calling her a 304? No. Did you see, and it's funny because these men come from they're giving you all this alpha male stuff, right? All this alpha male stuff, right? But they tricks. Kevin Samuels, dear Kevin Samuels, rest in peace, was a trick too. Nothing wrong with it unless you start disrespecting black women. What you do in your private time, tricking around like passport bros, that's really your business. But the problem is you don't keep it just your business. You can't just be regular old tricks. You got to disrespect black women at the same time, like it's the reason why you tricking. When really what it is that you have plantation buck syndrome. That's what the man that you call him made you do back in the day, right? Now you're on autopilot. Now you were on autopilot. You are plantationing bucking without any effort from the man. Nobody's forcing you to plantation buck, but that's what you do. And then what happens is that for you to relieve yourself of that PB guilt, you start disrespecting the only group of women that gave you any consistent respect.
Because like some girl told me that he came inside of her, and I was like, that's it. So I went on live and I talked so much shit and I put the bitches he fucked on live.
No, at one time?
Yeah, on one time.
How many?
So, I mean, she's not even loyal, but I guarantee you right now, they're lining up for her.
Bitches was it?
There was like 10. It's all on YouTube.
What?
I embarrassed the fuck out of him. I had 100K viewers watching this shit. I embarrassed the fuck out of him.
Damn, son.
And you, after a while, you kind of regretted that shit. Like, damn, bro, I fucked up.
Well, I can't say never because we're cool now. But I didn't talk to him. And then that day, I left and I went to Booba Trap.
Academics, by the way. She's talking about academics. Academics is a straight up trick. That's all he is. Amongst other negative things, but primarily a trick. No, not even that anymore. He's got worse problems. Now he's a pred. This could be going, here we go.
Trap. Met my boyfriend.
The same day.
I didn't look back for a year and a half.
Damn.
And then just recently.
So if he said he'd give you another chance, would you go back?
Hell yeah. I'd be begging every day. I'm like, please, please.
Academics, if you watching this, she wants you back, fam.
Please.
We got to get you on the show, man. We got to talk about this. We bring both of y'all on, do some couple.
Listen to all these dudes who disrespect black women. Man. So, Medium Man, back to you, bro. Why don't you bring this kind of shit up? This woman right here. I mean, you got your stats. What kind of stats are those? You got some numbers, right? Academics, 10 women he was sleeping around with instantly. And you getting all giddy over one woman sleeping with a man 2 weeks prior to her statements, right? That's kind of weird. It's kind of stupid when you think about it, right? You're getting all giddy over a woman, you know, getting a tune-up 2 weeks prior to her going on Kendra G show, knowing that your own demographic is three times more active than the woman who's on Kendra G's show. That's a trip, man. That's kind of cold-blooded too. Yeah, you mess with them stats, don't you? But you mess with them stats in the way you do. You truncate shit. You don't fool me. You kind of like leave shit out. You omit stuff. Yeah, bro, I know your game. I know everybody's game. I just don't say it all the time. I see what you do.
Oh, yeah, we go to the blackdemographics.com, and it looks like right here.
Only when you go to blackdemographics.com, only when it benefits you. Don't worry, you're not the only one. I mean, that's pretty much how your genre rolls anyway, right? You don't want to embarrass your own following, right? Well, you wouldn't want to do that. I mean, hell, why would you want to do that? Why would you want to do that? You wouldn't want to. Let me bring something up, though. Let me bring something up that I think you want to see. St. Samuel's, St. Samuel's.
A lot of times, guys don't want to hear that truth. We just don't. You know, if I come on here talking about, you know, female nature, such and so forth, and if I would start bashing women or talking noise, oh man, the likes and everything will go through the roof.
And
this man says he spent $40 to $50. This man says he's bragging about it.
Okay, there we go. I wasn't scratching. Okay, so yeah, you heard what old Saint Samuel said, that he did it. He did it. You know what he did? Let me play it again. Let me play it again.
And a lot of times, guys don't want to hear that truth. We just don't. You know, if I come on here talking about,
he said a lot of guys don't want to hear that truth. And listen what he means. Let's go. Let's get in lesson time. Here we go.
And a lot of times, guys don't want to hear that truth. We just don't. You know, if I come on here talking about, you know, female nature, such and so forth, and if I would start bashing women or talking noise, oh man, the likes and everything will go through the roof.
And didn't that happen? This is the vintage Samuels before he became evil. This is the vintage pre, you know, diss black women. And it went through the roof. It went through the roof, didn't it? It went through the roof. Let me show you some more plantation behavior, and then we'll keep the show going. Here we go.
But when you start talking to men saying, guys, you know, cheap is some of the most expensive stuff out there.
Span of 5 years, I think I went to like 950 plus Asian massage places.
Oh, by the way, this man's married and he's also a dating coach.
Getting happy endings.
This man is currently going viral for a video that he did admitting to cheating on his wife 5 of the 10 years they were married and going to massage parlors 950 times. This man says he spent $40 to $50 each time. So we're talking about tens of thousands of dollars that he took out of his family's household for his own personal pleasure.
Medium man, why aren't you talking about that, bruh? Double M. Why are you not talking about dudes who take hard-earned money and trick?
These men, when they admit to cheating, it always sounds like they're bragging about it. None of these confessions are to help anybody but himself. He built an entire platform. Supposedly trying to help men or give men dating advice. Why did your wife's private pain have to be exposed for public consumption? This was none of our business. But you're making it a business, a dating coaching business. To use your own wife's pain for profit and to build a platform? The thing about it is you were reckless then, but you're still reckless now.
Right. These men always tell you about, oh yeah, back in the day, I was I was up in the streets. I was for the streets. They don't tell you they're still for the streets.
Danger that you put her in, not just physically, but emotionally, financially, socially. And the way that you atone for the pain that you caused her is not to put her business out here. You weren't protecting her then, and you're not protecting her now. And as her husband, that is your job. Everything else is secondary. You building a platform, you being a TikToker, you starting a dating coaching business, all of that should be secondary to you protecting your wife.
I ain't got no grandbabies coming. My sons have us to me.
Oh, I'm going to say, oh man, we got a show for you tonight. Okay, so basically I just wanted to make sure I made a point. That was kind of like the male HOE segment. It gets even more weird. Just this, want to see more Plantation, but let's get right to it. Here we go. How about Tyreek Hill? Tyreek Hill, let's start off with some wide receivers. You know what I mean? Let's start off with some wide receivers. Here we go. Wait. Let me pause that. Let me get this back up. My bad. Let me remove that, put that up. Here we go. Let me go back here. Here we go.
NFL player Tyreek Hill is being sued by this influencer. And before you start seeing all the clips from this trial, because I imagine there are going to be some viral moments, let me tell you everything you need to know about how this started as sliding into some DMs and ended with a broken leg and a lawsuit.
Oh, Tomas has some news. Did y'all hear about Abba's baby mama? Oh, hey, Tomas, stay tuned. Stay tuned. Why seek knowledge? That is going to be that was my surprise for the night, but we'll see. Y'all see it. Here we go.
Ciao. So this is model, actress, and social media influencer Sophie Hall. And back in May of 2023, she purchased a ticket for her 10-year-old son to go to Tyreek Hill's football camp. According to the lawsuit, prior to purchasing that ticket, Sophie never had any interactions with Tyreek. However, the day after she purchased that ticket, Tyreek slid into her DMs saying, quote, "Not." She replies, "Not what?" And then he says, "Not 6'1", which is the height she has listed in her bio of her Instagram. She then tells him she is 6'1" and that he will see that she is because, interestingly enough, she literally just paid for her son to go to his football camp. Tyreek then replies saying, quote, "We lit then. I'ma see you towering over everyone, I guess." And then says, quote, "I've been known to be a good stepdad."
Now remember that what Tyreek already has a woman, or was Tyreek married? Let's look into that right now. Hold on one second. Is Tyreek come on now. Still married. Let's see if he's a married role model. Yeah. Yeah, he's still married to Kita Vaccaro. But let's here we go. Let's listen. Here we go.
The two of them keep messaging each other on Instagram. And when it came time for the camp, Sophie comes down a day early because Tyreek told her that he wanted to hang out. At this point, they exchange phone numbers. And about 10 days after the camp, Tyreek flies Sophie out to spend a few days with him at his house. Now,
so Media Man was speaking about, dissing a woman for, having relations 2 weeks prior to her day on Kendra G, right? And Tyreek Hill is out here, and other dudes like him are out here literally meeting women instantly on, Instagram, and then flying them out for relations. That's tricking hard. Media Man, maybe you should tell your men not to trick, and they should spend that tricking energy, like maybe focusing more on success. You know what I mean?
Now, according to Sophie, she arrived on June 28th. She spent the morning with his mom and his sister while Tyreek was out for a few hours.
What? Now, wait a minute. When was this? On the morning of June 2023. Okay. He married Vaccaro in November, so okay.
And then when he came back, he did some drills in his backyard. According to Sophie, after Tyreek did the drills with his trainer, he then invited her to join him in doing some.
When did Tyreek start dating Vaccaro? Let's see what's up. (2021). He proposed in July of 2021. So they stayed, Vaccaro and Tyreek were, engaged. And during that engagement, Tyreek slept with this woman.
See, this is already a bad idea. Because why would you play football with someone who plays football? So Sophie says on the first play, Tyreek tells her he's going to play offense while she plays defense. His mom, his sister, his friend, and his trainer are all outside watching. And when he says hike, she apparently rushed him, causing him to be pushed backwards as she's pushing against him. This move apparently caused the audience watching, his mom, his sister, his trainer, and his friend, to laugh. And according to Sophie, this is when things changed. The lawsuit says Tyreek became angry and embarrassed that he lost his stability at the hands of a woman. And so he tells her, let's run another play. But this time, he's going to play defense while she plays offense. See, I don't even play like that. They run the second play, but while they're running it, a small dog runs out and interrupts them. So they run the play for a third time. And according to the lawsuit, in this third play, Sophie holds her own. And so Tyreek says, let's run it again. And it's during this fourth play that Tyreek allegedly charged Sophie so hard that she felt an immediate pain in her leg, and that caused her to collapse to the ground. Now, according to the lawsuit, despite Tyreek's knowledge of sports-related injuries, he downplayed Sophie's injury, telling her she just needed to rest and ice it up.
Now he told her to walk it off. Are you crazy?
Sophie stays at his house for a couple of days, and when she gets home about 3 days later, she goes to the doctor and learns that her right leg is broken. This is actually a video she posted on her Instagram account about 2 weeks after the incident.
There shall never be anyone like you. Therefore, know yourself. Be yourself.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit.
Sophie filed this lawsuit alleging that Tyreek intentionally and maliciously charged at her because he was embarrassed. And so she's suing him for assault and battery, intentional infliction of emotional distress, and negligence. And the negligence claim is because, according to Sophie, Tyreek had a duty to be more careful when he was engaging in sports-related activity. Now, the lawsuit doesn't say this, but I imagine this duty they claim he had is because he's an NFL player, and so he had even more of a reason to be careful. Now, in defense of these claims, Tyreek is saying Sophie is the one that was negligent for participating in a dangerous football drill. And he also seemed to claim in one of his depositions that Sophie didn't get the injury from him, but instead got it when she stepped on the dog during one of the drills. So I'm not.
He's stuck either way. I'll tell you why. If he's running the camp, if let's say this was at the camp, he's still running the camp. He's still responsible. If this was at his house, he's on she's on his property. He's still responsible. She would have to do something very, very outstanding for it not to be her fault.
I'm not sure what the defense is actually going to be, but I'm sure we'll find out in opening statements, which are scheduled to start today. Now,
let's see how many kids Tyreek has. How many kids does Tyreek have? Ten kids. 10 kids. So, manosphere, this man has 10 kids. Care to explain that? I think Cam has 7 that are his. Explain that. No, you can't. You can't. Can you? But you're not talking about that. But somehow all these men having all these kids, somehow, whatever. I mean, you guys make women, black women out to be 304s. You sure do. You sure do.
Before I go, there are a few other interesting tidbits from the filings. So Sophie's attorney recently filed some motions asking the judge to prevent Tyreek's team from bringing up that she has an OnlyFans account, that she may or may not have had relationships with other NFL players, and her team is asking for the judge to prevent Tyreek's team from telling the jurors that she and Tyreek were intimate without protection.
Uh-oh. It's that protection thing. I mean, number one, this is what's going down, y'all. We got to add everything up. We got to add it all up here. 1, he was engaged to another woman at the time this all transpired. He cheats so fluently that he flies a woman out as if he's single, breaks her leg. I don't see how he's even married. I don't see how he stayed married. Shout out to Phoenix Soul in their house. Here we go.
The night of the injury and the next day. Sophie's team is arguing that none of this information is relevant to the case and could actually cause the jury to.
By the way, and she's an OnlyFans model. And she's not black. But y'all out there, all you red pillars still out there calling black women 304s. But you see what's happening on screen. You see what's happening on screen, right?
Unfairly judge her. Meanwhile, Tyreek's team is saying all of this information is relevant, and the sex part is especially relevant because why would she be intimate with someone who she believes purposefully just hurt her? And the decision to not use protection, according to them, shows that there was some level of trust. And then on Tyreek's side, Because Sophie isn't the only one trying to have stuff excluded from this trial, Tyreek's team has asked the judge to prevent any mention of his prior violent allegations, or as Sophie puts it, that he has a history of losing his temper and becoming physically violent with his romantic partners.
Plantation Buck. Behavior. Why do they? I mean, this is what I'm talking about. This is what, if the manosphere was more focused on making men not do stupid shit like this, it would be one of the best things that ever happened in this modern era. But since they focused all their energy on defaming Black women, the opposite is happening. All of these men are losing. All of these men are losing. And then the ones that aren't losing are usually the ones that these men call simps.
Well, now, I don't know. That may seem relevant. I told y'all this is going to be a mess. Okay, so that's my recap for everything you need to know about this trial starting today.
Let me stop it right there. I will need to give a shout out to, I'm not a lawyer, but you need to put this woman's channel, and I believe her husband as well, in your rotation. You do. I got to make some, if you like neutral logic, legal stuff, she is one of the channels I highly recommend. Let's keep it going. Let's keep it going. Let's jump into the situation with Dr. Cheyanne Bryant. Here we go.
The conversation about your doctorate because people can't find your dissertation online. How are you responding to that in this new era of your life?
Now, I know everyone has heard what's going on with Dr. Cheyanne Bryant, but they never, ever, I am the first one that I know of that is comparing Dr. Bryant's expertise and credentials versus the Godfather, Kevin Samuels. Let's find out, because really when you think about it, they both speak on relationships. They both speak on interactions. They both speak on culture. So they are really direct competitors. So I want to show you what's going down. Everybody's calling her a fraud. Let's find out. Here we go.
I'm going to clear it up once on here. I'm not doing it again. And I'm clearing it up for my doc squad, for my fan base, for my audience who deserve to hear me address it. For the folks who have already made up their mind to not like me or not understand me, listen, I don't give a fuck what your narrative is. I would like for you to recreate it, double down on it, and run that shit. Because I don't give a fuck about it. Now, to my doc squad, my fan base, my folks, you know, my village, it's very simple. I went to a school, Argosy University, completed an entire program. I went back online to get my official transcripts because I was applying to a law school many years ago to be a professor there. And I had to provide my transcripts, right, to get hired. And I went to contact the school and say, hey, I need my official transcripts. I need my entire thing. And there was no school. I was like, okay, I'm confused. I Google. It says this school has been shut down. I said, oh, well, they got to have records. I mean.
Fact check. Argosy University did exist. It closed for financial reasons. It did not close for fraud. It closed for financial reasons. It wasn't like the classes were fake or anything like that. What went down was basically that for some reason they weren't, paying their taxes or some other crap. But let's keep it going. Here we go.
They were accredited when I attended the school. They were accredited when I finished the program. I go and look.
Correct? Let's find out. Were Argosy degrees legitimate before closure? Yes. Argosy was a regionally accredited regionally accredited institution for the most of its operational life. Let's keep it going. We are fact checking down to the number, name, and time.
There's a third party that has the records. Why I contact the third party, that third party only holds records for 2 years. I was past my 2 years. So that means that I had no access to records. And then I contacted,
I confirmed that she did go.
Financial aid. You can't make up financial aid. It shows that I paid for a doctoral program alongside my master's program and my undergrad program. And they said, we can fully refund you your money under one circumstance. We give you your money back. You don't get credit for not a class, a course, a program you took in this university, at this institute. So do you want us to refund you? Or do you want us not? I said no, because I didn't want to risk the chance of them saying, well, we're going to give you back your money, and it wipes out your entire program. Luckily, I had, I do this with all of the schools. I had downloaded from the actual student portal my transcripts at that time. And I was able to get just about all of my transcripts, including up to like dissertation. But everything else, there's just no holding take for any of our records, which.
Okay, so I'm going to pause it right there for a second. This is what here's the situation. The thing is this, is this a school that is capable of a person being a licensed medical person? And its alumni base is mostly licensed psychologists, clinical directors, marriage and family therapists. So they got legit shit. It was just poorly run. Let's keep it going. Here we go.
It's completely effed up. Just
they
in general.
are going to kill you online this week. They're going to say she has no records. They just want to hate you.
This week, they haven't stopped. What? When did Cam Newton get roasted by Cheyanne Bryant? That was probably about almost a year and a half ago, right? They've been going at her since then. It has been one of the most strangest misogynistic attacks ever. And let me make something clear. This is not about Cheyanne Bryant. This is about how the red pill black community treats black women, and how they treat black women that embarrass them. Even if it's by accident. I don't even think she was trying to embarrass Cam. Cam embarrassed himself. He's the one who had the 8 kids with 4 women. That's the embarrassing part. And the funny part is, she didn't know that Cam didn't even stay with those kids. He doesn't stay with any of his kids, even his newborns. I looked it up. Let me keep it going. Here we go.
No, that's fine. And it's not even that there's no records that I don't. The school had a third party that carried the records only for a limit of 2 years. So
let's pause it right there. That's all I need. So basically, you've been seeing the Cheyanne machine, the anti-Cheyanne machine. And this is how black men don't only treat Cheyanne Bryant, but this is how black men treat intelligent black women most of the time. Not all black men, of course. Most black men that would treat Cheyanne like shit would be men that of the red pill realm. That's why I will always say it's a red pill black man, whether they're online or offline. Red pill black men do not have to be just in the red pill community. They just have a certain way of treating women, much like Tyreek Hill, they just have a certain way of disrespecting women. That's just the way it is. So let me go back and let me show you what's going on here. So let's play a little bit of KS here. Let me go back here. Boom. Okay. Here we go.
All right, right. Okay. So next we're gonna go to Rashid. Go ahead.
Hi, how you doing, sir?
What's your question?
All right. So I'm 21. I'm in college right now, and I'm a communications major. And something that I've been dealing with is like I've been trying.
What's your question?
Okay. How do I what do I practice to get to motivate myself to do things? Like how do you what do you use to practice motivation?
Where's your father?
That is actually a really good question the young man asked him. How do you get motivated to be productive? That's what's going down. That's a great question. So let's see if Kevin has the answers. Here we go. Because this is really a therapist-based question. And if anything, if Kevin wanted to protect himself, the best thing for him to do is say, I'm not qualified to let you know. If he really was for real. Let's see what he does, though, because what he did is he it looked like to me he's going to pretend to be a therapist. Let's check this out now. This is important.
Motivation,
Where's your father?
Huh?
So he's okay.
Where's your father?
Oh, he's not in my life. He left.
Yeah, so that's not good. Why is he not in your life?
Before I was born.
All right. So you're 21 in communication.
Now let's go back now. Why didn't Kevin say, damn, your father dogged you out? Let's
Oh, he's not in my life. He left before I was born.
All right. So you're 21 in communications. Why are you in communications?
Because from high school, I was told that communications was like a versatile degree.
How many communications people with communications degrees, that
let's
high earners?
Let's get ready to rumble. Kevin is not even qualified to tell this young man about college education. He didn't even graduate himself. He dropped out because he apparently what it says is he got cancer, which is a damn good reason to drop out because you got to fight that with everything you got. Right? That's fair. But why is he acting like he's an expert in something that he never even finished? Let's keep going.
Is that a degree? Is that a degree path for people who make money?
I mean,
let's not.
Remember now, he was working at Papa Do's and he was working out. He was doing, making his $900 a month. But right now, you see that he's posturing himself. Well, how is that a way of making money? And how is this when he never made money his damn self?
Bullshit.
I mean, I hear that there are people.
Is it a good degree path for men who make money?
No, not that I know of.
So you're doing an easy degree.
Let me pause that for a minute. A man who never finished college is critiquing a man who's still in college on whether the degree path is one to make money. A dropout is critiquing a person that's probably gotten further along in college at this time than he did.
Just admit the truth, man.
Yes, I guess so.
Yeah, you're going to college for an easy degree.
Okay. So Kevin went to college for what? Let me go back on that. Hold on one second. I think, yeah, he went to college for college for chemical engineering at the University of Oklahoma. Did he graduate? No, he dropped out after being diagnosed with Hodgkin disease. Let's go ahead. Is met back in the early 2000s. It would be a good field if he would have graduated, but he didn't. So let's get back into the comparison, because remember now,
you can't be motivated to do an easy degree.
Well, it's not.
You don't have. Let me stop you right here.
Number one is like this. There are no really easy degrees. You have to work for them. That's just the way it is.
Because I don't want you to dig too deep. You need the truth. The truth is you're in college for a degree that's easy.
Remember, this is coming from a man who did not graduate. And though he had Hodgkin's disease, I will tell you, a lot of people still got their degrees while they were sick.
When you could be in college.
And remember, he could have gone back after he started feeling better. He seemed to be feeling good enough to throw his daughter against a car window when she was a little girl.
Something that's worth it. And you're asking about motivation?
So he's not qualified. Number one, a real licensed therapist would not be this critical about a person's degree. They don't, therapists very rarely will berate their patients. They don't do it. There's not, and the reason why they don't do that is because it's not productive. So let me tell you the breakdown here. I asked Google, what is compare Dr. Cheyanne's credentials against Kevin Samuels' credentials. You know what it came up and said? There's no comparison. There's no comparison. That's what it came up. They said Samuels has no degree, no doctorate, and no PhD. Yet, the manosphere had no problem listening to him for advice. But au contraire, when we start talking about Dr. Bryant, who is a doctor, this is what she's got. This is the bottom line. Let me tell you the bottom line. Kevin Samuels is not a therapist, not a psychologist, not a counselor, and not certified in relationship coaching at all. At all. Dr. Bryant earned her doctorate in counseling psychology, earned a master's in counseling, earned a bachelor's degrees in psychology and Pan-African studies, though she's not licensed. Now, who are you going? If you need to go to somebody for therapy, who are you going to? Somebody who has absolutely no credentials in the field of psychology, or for somebody who has literally all the credentials with the exception of not having a license. There you go. But see, y'all out there, you men out there in Red Pill land, you're listening to usually, I want you to ask your favorite Red Pill representative, ask him about his credentials. And then compare them. And then compare them to Dr. Cheyanne's credentials. As is. Then you tell me who you really should be listening to. You want to be all nitpicky about her not having a license? By all means, knock yourself out. Knock yourself out. But do not tell me you're going to go over there to MTR, Anton Daniels, Fugazi, and tell me those mofos are more qualified. Because I don't think they have. I think you could literally take all three of the men I just mentioned and they don't have the amount of credentials this woman has by herself. I am not trying to defend her. I'm just trying to mentally balance you into your thinking, to make you understand how dumb those critics are, who don't even have her credentials. They don't even have her credentials. But she's unqualified. Maybe so. Maybe because she doesn't have that license, she's, unqualified, technically, in your world, right? But I'll tell you one thing, she's a lot more qualified than the motherfuckers you go to. Boom. So let me keep it going. We're done with you. We're done with you, Kevy. Rest in peace, bro. Rest in peace. So let's get back into this situation right here.
Today, he is facing 25 years in prison for attempted murder. A few years ago, he won a Super Bowl with the greatest quarterback of all time. Antonio Brown's downfall is so insane that if you wrote his life story as a movie script, it would be criticized for being too unrealistic. Sideline temper tantrums, threatening statements to reporters, tweets that sound like they came from a 13-year-old boy, celebrating losing $30 million, public meltdowns that nearly killed a child, and firing shots in a crowd of innocent bystanders. And on top of all of that, he brutally disrespected the only man who believed in him when nobody else did, Tom Brady. This is how Antonio Brown went from a future Hall of Famer to a Twitter troll facing prison time.
I bring up Antonio Brown. How many kids does Antonio Brown have? Let's find out. Let's see if he's a plantation buck. 7 kids. 7 kids, 4 women. That's a PB right there. And who is Antonio Brown 2.0?
Y'all, Chef Mila is finally speaking out. She made her own video and she has a...
Who is, and there we go, Antonio Brown 2.0. And it's, what's weird is they both played for the Patriots. Outstanding wide receivers, best in the game. Very close. Best in the game. Hella kids, hella of women. Very violent. Let's see what's going down now. Let's see what's going down. Here we go.
Y'all, Chef Mila is finally speaking out. She made her own video and she has a message for Cardi. She's trying to tell Cardi, like, girl, you know what's up. You know what me and you been going through. She's talking about how Stefan been abusing Cardi allegedly, and how he treated her during her pregnancy, how he treated her at the hospital. So she has a message for Cardi. So let's get into this tea. Welcome to Cocoa and Tea. That's me. Please like the video and hype the video. And let's get into this tea. So we all know Cardi was hanging out with Stefan this weekend, of course, supporting him at one of his charity events. And this is like, how many times are you going to support him, Cardi? We ain't seen him do nothing but show up to one of your concerts. Whoop-de-doo. It's like, I hate that you're always supporting this man. You're always supporting his charity events, and he's always making you look like a damn fool. But we never had no proof besides, well, Offset was telling Selena Powell that, that he treated her like trash in the hospital room, allegedly, and he wouldn't sign the birth certificate, and he left her there and didn't talk to her for 3 days. That's all we heard. And let me tell you, the reason why I can believe that her pregnancy wasn't all daisies and lollipops, well, number one, because all the other chicks that were pregnant at the same time. Number two, we never seen Cardi had no baby shower. And if you look at all the kids she had with Offset, she had a fire-ass baby shower with all her kids. We never see no cute maternity shoot. We never see no Stefan and Cardi maternity shoot. It's like, come on, y'all cannot make yourself believe that this was the pregnancy that she wanted. And for all
That's why I call this, they're doing literally the same thing. Antonio Brown, Stefan Diggs, literally the same man, including skills. I think Antonio Brown had a little bit more power, but same. Well, we can't leave his coach out of it, right? Can't leave his coach out of it.
Mike Vrabel is panicking after private boat details involving Deanna Rossini suddenly leaked online. According to reports, the two secretly rented a boat together while Rossini was pregnant. And now DNA test rumors resurface trip details.
Let me make it clear. Vrabel is not married to Rossini. Rossini has a whole husband. Vrabel has a whole wife. This is pretty much, you can call it that Coldplay 2.0.
Details, and new allegations are turning the entire situation into a complete circus. Let me catch you up on what's going on. TMZ Sports reported that Mike Vrabel and Deanna Rossini rented a private boat together for a day on the water in Putnam County, Tennessee, back in June 2021, just the two of them. At the time, Vrabel was the head coach of the Tennessee Titans. According to a source with direct knowledge, Vrabel and Rossini were the only people on board for the rental, which lasted 2 to 3 hours. The timing of that outing raised eyebrows because Rossini was pregnant at the time with her first child. Documents obtained by TMZ Sports show both signed the company waiver before heading out on a lake, and the source says there was no visible PDA before they departed. According to TMZ Sports, Vrabel and Rossini were seemingly wary regarding photographs being shot. Vrabel took one picture with staffers. However, he allegedly requested that no photos be shared publicly. Rossini, on the other hand, decided not to take any pictures. Later in the summer, Rossini had her first of 2 children. After she married her now husband, Kevin Goldschmidt, in 2020, Vrabel and Rossini went on the boat trip in June 2021, and Rossini gave birth to Michael in August of 2021, 1 week following the boat trip. Rossini published a picture on Instagram of what appeared to be Goldschmidt on a beach in New Jersey, captioning, "Lucky to have great people to spend this holiday with this July," per TMZ Sports. Now, that boat trip happened 5 years ago. It might have stayed buried in the memory of a small Tennessee boat rental company forever. But the reason we know about it now, the reason any of this is public, is because of a cascade of events that started at an Arizona luxury resort in March 2026 and has spiraled into one of the biggest NFL scandals in recent memory. And the man at the center of it, Mike Vrabel, went from calling any suggestion of impropriety laughable to stepping away from his own team to seek counseling.
Uh-oh.
Mike Vrabel finally addressed the media and did a great job.
Remember, this is after the Sharon Moore incident. You would think he would have tightened things up, if you know what I mean.
of addressing absolutely nothing. Exactly 2 weeks after being caught on camera at an adults-only hotel with a reporter that was not his wife, Mike Vrabel finally talked to the media to address the situation, but he didn't address the situation. He addressed the fallout of the situation.
You know, I've had some difficult conversations with people that I care about, with my family, the organization, the coaches, the players. Those have been positive and productive.
He addressed how long it took him to not address the situation.
I understand I could have, addressed you guys sooner, but it was important to me to have a conversation with the players, which I did yesterday.
This is what's bad, and this is why I don't think Vrabel can coach right now. There's basically he's in a situation where trust needs to be impeccable. Why would you trust a coach that cheats on other people, including cheats on men? And what I mean is he knows this woman's husband. So these players are going to be like, well, what will keep him from snatching my significant other? They can't fully they cannot fully depend on or trust Vrabel anymore. What they need to do is hurry up and grab another coach. The only coach that I think is at this level that it might be available, and it's very much a maybe, is the former coach of the Steelers. That's all. That's the only person who's left. He might take it. They're a high enough level team that he might bite, and he has a lot of respect because the Patriots and the Steelers, they had it out several times. So, he respects the organization. And they need somebody to clean it up. And you might critique, the former Steelers coach for not making it to the Super Bowl a lot, but he ran a tight ship. He ran a tight ship. They got rid of, players when they needed to, like Antonio Brown. And they keep the leadership of the team is very stable. So we'll see what happens.
Yesterday, very candidly, as we began our off-season program.
He slightly admitted his hypocrisy.
We never want to be the cause of a distraction. Those are comments and questions that I've answered for the team and with the team. We'll keep those private and to ourselves.
I think basically the best thing to do is to demote. I think a demotion what I would do is this. Look, demote Vrabel, can't say his name now. Demote him. Get a new coach. Let him hang out for a couple of years and then maybe bring Vrabel back up. That's how you can do it. Because then it at least looks like he was punished. He learns his lesson in a year or two, then you can put him back up as a head coach. That's how I see it. That's the best way to work that out. But I'm telling you that plantation mentality will get you every time. Will get you every time.
If you're living with a man and you guys live here.
Welcome to a Ches Charday segment. Here we go.
You're living with a loser.
Fast forward.
This video already sounds so problematic to me, but let's hear what she has to say and then we'll break it down.
We'll see how problematic it is because it sounds pretty logical to me. I mean, if the guy is living in a shack, it obviously he's either hiding millions or more than likely he can't afford anything better.
If you're living with a man and you guys live here, you're living with a provider. If you're living with a man and you guys live here, you're living with a loser.
I mean, when in the realm of a relationship, that's true.
I wish this video was entitled How to Tell a Woman is Broke, because this is just ignorant. This is incredibly ignorant. So much to unpack here. First of all, in my opinion, anybody who was that impressed by a house, by living in a house, a particular neighborhood.
No. See, Chaz, now you're starting to play around a little bit. Chaz, it's not that. It's the way the house is kept. I mean, yeah, I mean, if you're in the hood, why marry somebody who lives in the hood? Why marry somebody who lives in a beat up house?
In my opinion, anybody who was that impressed by a house, by living in
this is the crazy thing. Wasn't one of the most, what you would call the traditional vibe in the United States is a house with a picket fence. A house that's so nice that you need to have a picket fence in front of it. House, marriage, good job. And not a rundown house. Hey, if a guy is single, wants to live his life, maybe he just likes fishing all the time or working out all the time or whatever. He's not worried about, being married and nothing like that. He can live in a shack. That's all. That's fine. But if you want to bring a woman in your life and she's expecting a certain quality of life, by all means, what Jess Tarday is doing is trying to disable women from making logical decisions. A logical decision is, well, if a guy has his shit together, he's not living in a house like this. That's not even a house. That's an apartment. So Chaz Tarday is really basically selling the bus driver, light bill theory, which is wrong. You cannot, Chaz, and you've done this before too, where you say, well, girl, you should have chose better. Well, now you're saying, oh, wow, no, it's wrong to live in a light bill house. That's the hypocrisy of the red pill culture. They literally have it locked in where no matter what decision a black woman makes, it's going to be the wrong decision. You get picky, you get choosy, you look for quality men, then you get the light bill theory thrown at you. You go modest, you look for only, you go modest, you pick a loser or an ex-con. All of a sudden, girl, you should have chose better. Can't win. Can't win. You divest, they go, oh, look, you swirling. But then if you go back and you choose a light bill dude who just got out of prison a while ago, or a guy who's a bus driver, all of a sudden it's like you should have chose better again. So you see where they have an answer for literally any situation a black woman is in, and they're all bad answers. Now you're not supposed to be able to think about living in a nice house like this. You're thinking too highly of men in our community now. Your expectations are too high. Let's see what else.
You're not judging the value of a man or a woman or whatever by the particular house they're in any particular moment. It also shows you there's
No, every other race of people do. They judge where you live and how you live. If you live in a shack, your value is lower than if you live in a nice house. It's just what it is. unless you truly just know the person. It's just the way economics in the United States works. If you're valuable, you have valuable things. If you're not valued, you don't. What Chaz is trying to do is brainwash black women into thinking that living in a shack is the way you're supposed to be living, as long as it's with a black man. You're supposed to take your hands and feet and shut the fuck up. She won't say that, but that's what she means. If you do the math on her statements, that's what it comes up to be.
Type of understanding, because that house, the first house that she showed me, listen, that house in Kentucky, who knows, that may be $200,000-$300,000, right?
No, it's not. Let's go back to Kentucky. Number one, Kentucky is not exactly a high value state. That's an apartment building. That's not one house. That's one unit here, and then looks like there's two others up here. And this one right here, where the woman is standing behind, man, that's not even $200,000. The house that she's standing behind here, that's not even $200,000 in California. Let me keep it going.
$300,000, right? And the San Francisco Bay Area, that same house may be $2 million. You can get you a nice little comfortable house in Kentucky,
See how she's deflecting now?
Nebraska or whatever, and still not have the money image status that you're talking about. Likewise, in the San Francisco Bay Area, you can have a job with the money image status. You can be working at Apple. You can be working at LinkedIn. You can be working and having all those white collar jobs, even making.
She's lying. I've never seen a person who had a really good job at Apple or those other places live in a shack like that in California. I just haven't.
Or so $1,000 and still be living in a 2-bedroom condo, 3-bedroom condo because of the cost of
living. No, it's not. See, there are 2-bedroom and 3-bedroom condos that are worth $6 million in California, especially in San Francisco. So she's not even explaining this to you correctly. It's just, they're not there. This is just not this right here. Let me go back to it. That's just not a $300 million. That's just not a $3 million condo. Let me keep going. Here we go.
Condo, 3-bedroom condo, because of the cost of living, because of this, quite frankly, the access to houses like that even exist. Sometimes
she's trying to make women accept less, and the men that listen to her accept doing less. That's what's going down. I don't even think she would accept that. That's what's funny. That's what's so disingenuous about it. Why Seeking Knowledge breaks it down like this. Just like we live in a very busy, we live very busy lives in the real estate YT people give us in their minds, males do the same to women bars. For the most part, we have, I'm sorry, let me get my good glasses on. There we go. There we go. That's much better. Okay. The other glasses are cooler though. We have pressing issues, more pressing issues than them, but we're always on their agenda bars in the house. Henry Mars, putting them back on my cool glasses. I'm going to switch it up tonight. Okay, here we go.
You may work in Palo Alto and you may not want to have to drive an hour and a half, 2 hours to get to a nice house like that you can comfortably afford and still have that. So I'm like, to me, that also shows just a lack of.
No, the houses that the woman was referring to were houses that were not well kept. So she's talking about some of the most, if you're working in Palo Alto, what is her point? The Bay Area is very segregated. If you're working in Palo Alto, you're living in Palo Alto. It's that simple. And there are bad parts of Palo Alto, though. So let's see what's going on right here.
A man. And you guys live here? You're living with a provider.
There you go. Now, this is the funny part. The lady is right. Let me go back. Not this lady. That lady is right here. Nice little house. You're living with the provider. What's wrong with that? I mean, it's funny. And there goes the irony again, where first of all, they're saying live with a provider. And then when she identifies what a provider looks like, Ches then herself disrespects that. It's crazy to me. And she making money. Look, she got 29K on that. 29K views on that. Misguiding men and women. There is look, right there. There's nothing good. There's nothing good about this house here. Let me blow it up a little bit. You see this house here on the right? There's nothing good about it. It's not even kept well. Look at the oil in the front of the house. The concrete's all messed up. It could use several paint jobs. Several paint jobs. It's just not well kept. Even if, let's say, the guy is a good guy, but he's working hard and everything, he's not going to want to live in a beat up shack. He's going to at least be a handyman and clean up the house. See, Chaz is one of those people who I'm talking about who are very dangerous to the Black community, because what they do is they break your compass on what men should do and women should do. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Why I Seek Knowledge, for the gifts. Love it. Love it. Diving back into this. She is misguiding both men and women. So both genders are being hurt by Chez's bad advice. It's just the way it is. She wants you to get a Build-A-Bandit. She wants you to build a bandit. Henry says, what does Ches Charday know about living in the Bay? Exactly. Somebody probably told her, I know more about living in the Bay than she does. Shit. I know I do. Let me keep it going. And that's a no. Look. There is no place on earth that you're saying, wow, this person has his shit together. And living in a house like that. It's just, sorry.
You're living with a loser.
First of all, I don't see Nair ring on her finger. So I have a really hard time.
Oh, here we go with that. Now she's talking some more smack. I mean, let's see if she knows who this woman is.
Understanding how there are all these dating experts and dating coaches and relationship coaches.
Oh, I'm glad you brought it up. Because you're Kang Samuels. I'm glad you brought it up, Ches, because last thing I checked is Kang Samuels at best had a horrible marriage. But you respected him as a dating coach, didn't you? You sure did. You sure did. So if Kang Samuels, who failed at 2 marriages, which at least he tried, right? You can respect as a dating coach, but then this woman somehow is not up to par. That shows your hypocrisy right there.
don't have a long-term relationship as far as we can tell to actually speak to their success. But like I said,
notice how she's using assumptions. I thought she might have been like, might pull up some receipts and say, oh yeah, you know, she just got this woman here, didn't do this or that. No, she's just making up assumptions. She's just talking shit. I mean, Chaz has a, you know, can do that, but the bottom line is this, is that Chaz, you're just as unqualified as she is then. What's your qualifications? Being married? Okay, great. You're married. And it's funny because I think she got married when she was a kid. So let's see what's going on here. See, online, yeah, I mean, I understand what you're saying, girl. I mean, basically you're saying that she may not have any credentials, but oh look, okay, join this channel for $4.99 a month. I mean, it's better than paying, you know, $300 a month for a real therapist. And she's the lady is the woman is giving you simple logic. And it's funny because she has no problem with Kevin Samuels charging $100 for a super chat, but then she has a problem with this woman explaining and warning black women that if the man lives in a messed up house, more than likely he's messed up. That's he's provider, non-provider. There you go. Let me go to the Passport Bros here.
I'm back with another triggering topic. Now, today I want to talk about Passport Bros, and it's been a long time since I've made a video about them, but honestly, it's long overdue. This video is going to be very nuanced, so bear with me, ladies. I'm going somewhere with it all. Now, I was watching a live stream on TikTok full of black men talking about how black women weren't raised to be wives and they don't know how to serve black men, but other races do. And that's why they are going to Colombia.
And that's so funny because you remember that the clips I was playing earlier, right? You remember those clips of all those non-black women that were dogging out these black men.
Because those races of women know how to be wives. Now, first I want to say is that we always hear that black women aren't raised to do this and that, and how the black woman and black girls and the black sisterhood is so messed up. But how come black men never talk about how they drop the ball in raising black boys who turn into black men? I saw this post of this young man saying that he misses all of his homies. And out of a 12-person friend group, he is the only one left alive. And no disrespect, you see how these young men look. Undisciplined, like hooligans, like thugs. More than likely, they have been victims of gun violence due to the lifestyle that they were living. And I don't think it's unfair to make that assumption. Do you?
Exactly. Now let's get really into it. Hold on one second. I'm going to bring this down. Bring this up. This is what you're looking at right now. You're looking at BlueFace's mother. Listen closely.
I had a vasectomy. He gonna be mad. I said it.
I don't know why she. I don't know why she lied about it, but keep listening.
But like they lost money. Fucking beer.
Go do that. I want a bitch that needs me and I need. That we're stuck here.
Do you ever think, okay, so say
Talking about tens of thousands of dollars he took out of his.
Let me fast forward. I don't know what happened there. I want to show you a consummate Plantation Buck. Here we go.
He gonna be mad. I said it. Yeah. But like they lost money. Fucking beer.
Go do that. I want a bitch that needs me and I need. That we're stuck here.
Do you ever think, okay, so say a woman gives all that up, she's with you, she's stuck with you, now it's just you, her, the kids, no housekeepers, meals every day, cleaning the house.
Yeah.
Are you faithful?
Eventually.
When do you think you'll get it out your system?
Listen, I'm the type, like, if I cheat on a bitch 100 times and she doesn't cheat back, I'll probably stop cheating.
He said if he cheats on a woman 100 times and she doesn't cheat back, he will stop cheating. Funny. I just don't see the manosphere talking about how horrible this guy is. And, and warning women to avoid men like this and warning men not to be men like this. What does that mean? That means that they have a double standard.
Because then in my brain, I will feel bad. I will feel like, damn, I got a good bitch and I'm being the fucking problem. That's what women have to make men feel like emotionally wrong for the things that they do for them to change.
Oh my, can you wait?
Right.
Now remember, he's giving out all this wonderful advice after going in and out of prison, by the way. Let's keep it going.
Does that make sense? Ain't no man gonna change for no female unless they feel like they're doing this female wrong because she is the right female.
Got it.
Does that make sense?
So it's a psychological thing.
Psychological.
Yeah.
So if I cheat and you cheat back, bitch, we even. What the fuck? I don't feel bad at all.
So it's your fault if you move on or cheat back. He's literally saying that he can cheat anytime he wants. Oh, why did it go all the way back again? Hold on.
Stuff out there.
Us. You're not gonna physically get to us. If I cheat and you hit me or you do some erratic, I'm not gonna feel it.
So you think a woman that has a man that's cheating should just let him get out his system if she really believes in him and wants him, and know that one day he'll stop?
No, I think she should touch him emotionally. She should let him know that, hey, look, you're doing this to me. I'm not doing it back to you.
Bars, Phoenix Soul says he would hate me. I cheat back. Open cheatership. I like that. Open cheatership, mofo.
So, eventually you'll start to feel a type of way, right?
Yeah. Especially if you're eating his ass and wiping his ass and all that.
Any man, if you cheat on a bitch 100 times and she does not cheat back one time, but she emotionally lets you know that, hey, yo, this is not cool, bro. I'm not doing it back. Why are you? You're going to feel like a bully in a way. You're going to feel like.
No, he won't, because men have done that and they just keep doing it. In fact, he's done that.
Like, damn, I'm just running over the bitch and she's a good bitch. Let me stop doing that.
No, notice how much he's saying the B word.
But you have to feel that way first.
Would there ever be a day where you refer to your girl as not a bitch?
Yeah, a golden retriever.
Bars. That was probably some of the best. That was probably one of the best questions that has ever been asked to another man.
A bitch, and she's a good bitch. Let me stop doing that. But you have to feel that way first.
Would there ever be a day where you refer to your girl as not a bitch?
Yeah, a golden retriever.
Yeah, you are sick.
He is sick.
But it's funny as I'm hearing you talking because I'm thinking of people in my family. I'm thinking of people in my community. I'm thinking of people we know.
Yeah, I'm ghetto, bro.
We know in the hood that's just.
Yeah, it's just regular.
Yeah.
That's like a female calling me.
Yeah.
So in that case, if it's regular to call black women B's in the hood, then black women should definitely, if you don't want to be called a B, consider getting out of the hood, which means what? Divesting. Because other races don't call you B all the time and think it's normal. There might be men in those races that do, but it's not common. And really, quite honestly, a self-respecting black man who is good to his woman, he's not calling his woman a B all the time because it looks bad. It looks bad. It just looks horrible for him. It's demeaning. And even if, I'm telling you, it just does.
No, I'm a nigga.
The Fresh Out of Love tour, Could a fan get a one night stand with BlueFace?
Yeah, hell yeah. I might fall in love with that motherfucker. I don't mind.
Blue, you can't say that when you got a.
Right. He's not capable of anything that has to do with love or even really liking. Phoenix Soul said he's lying. He hates women. I agree. Mostly he hates himself. Pretty sure he self. Yep. Here we go.
Baby on the way, bro.
Man. Like I said, Nevaeh has potential to be the one and only if she continues to be genuine and surprise me with lovely, caring, nurturing things that no one else has done for me.
So if you notice, his relationship situations are always one way, his way.
But the Fresh Out of Love tour, I saw the Sacramento day because obviously I'm in Stockton. I saw that everybody's posting it and all that. Is it going to be safe though? Because I'm a square. I'm a square. I don't like crib shootouts and.
Nah, man, none of my stuff has been any of that nature. Everything I do is safe. Like I said, it's the circus.
He says everything I do is safe. Do you know how beyond self-reflection that is? A dude who just got out of prison for shooting somebody. He literally hit somebody in the arm with a bullet. He was in prison for violence. See, this is where the Black manosphere needs to put their efforts into fixing delusional men like BlueFace, but they won't do it. They won't do it because they're just as bad.
Control. It's a controlled chaos. It's never just uncontrollably just, oh, what's going to happen next? No, you ask me, I'm going to tell you exactly which unicorn is about to come out and do a backflip off the fucking top ropes.
BlueFace told Rella, don't know whose baby that is, but good luck. Oh, Lord Jesus. I don't know why. If I got pregnant by a celebrity and they already had a whole bunch of baby mamas, I wouldn't tell nobody. I would just be quiet. It'll just be about me, him and my baby, and I would show him something different. Because when you get on here and you already start doing that, it's like he already know. Like, oh, God, here come another one. And that's why he don't respect women, because he see what y'all will do for a piece of change. Y'all think it's me. It's y'all. He see what y'all will do for a piece of change, honey. I wouldn't tell a motherfucking soul.
Why
He did admitting to cheating on his wife. He did admitting to cheating on his wife.
Why seek knowledge? Have a great night. Let's keep it good. Let's keep this black male worshiping going. Here we go.
Beautiful baby, and I'll be somewhere hiding, cashing my checks. I wouldn't keep nobody if I'm not in no relationship. Well, if it gave me 1,000% views, baby, good job. She did a great fucking job. But God said he'll make your enemy your footstool. So I can't, that's not my problem.
This is funny. After she raises a monster and okay, that happens. Okay. But then literally like empowers him to keep being a plantation buck. She's on here trying to give other women advice.
You got to go take that up with Jesus. Okay.
And now she's religious, even though her son's a monster.
Go take that up with Jesus. So if you did something for me and we was enemies, you know what time it is. Fuck out of here. That's biblical.
That's crazy, isn't it? Let's
What
keep it going.
color is your nails? I don't know. It's turning into a...
Because you're a weird ass nigga, you're a loose ass nigga. No, you're a loose ass nigga. He handed me his phone. I'm gonna tell you exactly what happened. He handed me his phone He handed me his phone, and he over here sending thousands of dollars. And I said, oh, if you sending thousands of dollars, you might want to send that my way because I'm your baby mama. So you might want to actually, with babies that are actually here, you might want to send that my fucking way because I'm real cool. I don't need you for shit. He's been here months and months and months. I have paid my own rent, my own shit, my own everything. He has not.
So as high value as BlueFace is, he doesn't even take care of his own kids.
Giving me shit. He comes over to my house, eats my fucking pork chops. Okay? So I have not asked him for shit. But don't be handing me your phone trying to find an email for me. Like, you set me up. You wanted me to see that. You wanted me to see your little Cash App and shit. So send me that too. Send me that too. Send me that too. No, we're not getting into the nitty gritty. That's what it is. Send me that too. And then he did.
So she was trying to open up a LLC.
So why doesn't the Manosphere? I mean, this is one of the biggest rappers, I guess. What they say anyway, in the rap industry. But I don't see the Manosphere holding this man up. I don't see him saying anything critical or anything good or bad about him. See, they like to hide. They like to hide these men. See, there are plenty of men like BlueFace. In fact, he's just another number or type of man. So it's crazy to me that they don't say nothing about you. Well, I know why they don't say nothing about him, Like we know. Let me go back and oh yeah. By the way, he made somebody else pregnant. Let's check this out.
Come again?
Having kids in situations that aren't promising for your children.
That's not promising.
You said that's not what?
Why are you sitting here and people if it's not promising for nobody?
Yeah, that's what you're gonna tell your kid when
What she said is, why is it not promising if you're nutting in people, and that's why it's not promising. And basically, it's the delusion again. He's trying to act like everyone else is wrong, and him being irresponsible and nutting in other women and maybe some men too, but the men that can't get pregnant is okay for him to do. That's okay for him to do that. But if you get pregnant, you're on your own. That's basically what's going on.
And he not doing as well.
You know what?
That's what you're gonna tell your kid when you're not doing as well. That's what you're gonna tell your landlord when you can't afford the bills and go to work and do certain things.
Excuse me?
I won't be there for you.
He said, I won't be there for you after nutting in somebody, making them pregnant. And then see, the thing is that, okay, fine. You guys want to play by that rule? Then when Cynthia G says, don't fuck with them niggas, then you have a problem with that when basically she's just reiterating what BlueFace is telling. He's basically going by the theory that you shouldn't have messed with me. I'm the way I am. You shouldn't have messed with me. It's your fault you got pregnant. Then when Cynthia G, or PBM tell other women don't fuck with them niggas, then you get mad for that. When Cynthia G or a Pretty Black Misha say, look, don't fuck with them niggas, then you get mad like, well, why are you going to divest? Why are you going to divest? Well, let me play.
Well, good thing. So then, therefore, there's child support for you.
Oh.
If you're not going to be around, child support.
All right. I'll send you $500 a month. That ain't gonna do me.
See? That's the life that they want you to accept. That they want black women to accept. Sadly, BlueFace saying that he'll send $500 a month is more than most men want to pay. Don't let me get started with Dr. Umar.
This is Lola.
My son stay hungry every 2 hours, bro. Like, chill. That morning sickness when
I feel bad for the women that deal with this dude But at the same time, it's like, you see what kind of time this motherfucker is on? You should be, it's hard to help, you know? It's hard to help somebody that you know this mofo's like that. Yeah, exactly. You know this mofo, what time this mofo's, and men like them, like him, are on. You know what time is on. They don't care. They literally don't care. They do not care. And Phoenix, so you nailed it. 500 is a drop in the bucket. That is really about maybe that'll 2 or 3 days. If you're treating your child, that's gone, and it's gone. It's gone.
Yeah, different times of the days. When I say I didn't go through this with my son, when I was pregnant with my son, I didn't have no type of morning sickness at all. One so big.
I mean, you have to understand, he doesn't even care. But I know another dude who's even worse than him. Yes, there are men that are even worse. No, I won't say he's worse. He's competing. Let's put it that way. I'm going to be honest. I mean, I'm going to be perfectly objective about this. But let's go into Abba's situation.
Tried to support the decision as much as he could, but it was a very painful decision. But
she said she got the abortion.
I ended up having the abortion.
I live in reality. I date real, normal people.
So you're mad?
I hate you so much.
Because
I hate you. So I don't want to hear it, but you know what? Actually, what am I doing? Listen here. I like to cover days of our lives, but I ain't trying to be in it. It don't matter. All you need to know is I don't want this kid, but if you want to have it, that's your
But you wanted
I want nothing to do with this kid.
I
want nothing to do
understand.
with you. My name ain't Walter. I ain't from Barbados. I don't like coconuts.
You don't care if I keep it or not.
But keep it or not, I told you I don't want you to keep it. You know, that would make me feel better. You know what I'm saying? But that's not for me. I want my personal life to be free of abortions, free of drama, baby mamas, and everything in between.
Oops. That didn't work out that way, did it? He turned out to be red pill AF.
I'm down for that. I will never visit the kid. The kid will never visit me. I'll never know who they are. He will never know me. I promise. I don't want anything to do with you. I wish that you would just be dead to me. That's what I prefer.
Yeah. Let me go. Let's see. Let's go back to her conversation. Where's Destiny at? There you go. Here we go. This is her side of the story.
Tried to support the decision as much as he could, but you can tell that he was struggling with it a little bit.
So Abba didn't want the
We
kid.
make our first appointment for the abortion, and Abba visits me to be there for me, and we don't go through with it that day. And when he leaves, I make another appointment, and I cancel that one. And I think in total, I canceled 3 abortion appointments. And I think, maybe I should give it more time and see if my feelings change. And so I set an appointment for after the trip I had planned to Montreal to visit Abba. I visit Abba in Montreal, and we get into our biggest fight. And this
he doesn't even treat her right. So this is his, it's okay that she's not black or anything like that. That's fine. He gets to date who he wants to date. But the point I'm trying to make is that if, a large portion of black men, especially in the red pill community, are treating women wrong in general, who's the problem? It ain't the women.
A real turning point for me. And I know it's hard to imagine Abba upset, but he does get there. And not only does he get there, he goes past the point of the threshold of where anger should stop.
So he's literally just an effed up person, entertaining online, monster offline.
Abba
he gets too
resorts
mad
to name calling, and
he was
degrading should stop. Abba resorts to name calling.
Name calling? Ooh.
Degrading language and resorts to ridicule and mocking, and it does teeter
On abuse. Say it. On abuse.
the emotionally and verbal abusive side. And I hate to put a label on it like that.
That's
but
okay.
That is truly what it felt like. And don't take my word for it.
That was not the right siren. I'm sorry.
I will be posting examples in this video or the next video.
We got examples.
After that,
She got receipts too. Yeah. But that's not the thing is it's not really what she says that gets me. It's what he says. I don't really listen to much what she says about him as much as he says to her, not about her, to her.
I want to see a baby photo.
I realized that I always wanted to keep the child.
Let me see if Destiny plays it, or do I need to go? Let me see what this is about here.
And show me. You don't feel comfortable showing some shit to someone that you see naked? It's crazy.
Yes. And to someone who you say is your partner is supposed to be, right. Peep it. And this is why all this is happening. Okay. When I saw this, I was really, because it really made me look at her differently.
Yeah, you think? Well, I don't even know what I would.
What is it, like a hoe Instagram? What
it doesn't matter. I mean, it is, but even if why would you have a second public-facing social media account that you hide from your partner? That's crazy.
Okay.
Why would you just not break up with her immediately there?
Yeah, it's so funny. There are like people who will like do the whole like, how can you do open relationships poly? That seems crazy, but then sometimes I just feel like people in normal relationships just put up with some fucking wild shit sometimes. I'm like, what the fuck? I don't even think I would deal with it in my relationship. What the fuck?
Instagram, and you can see these posts for yourself. She got her in some tight dresses. You know what I mean? She want to do her gym progress stuff. What was crazy is that she was replying to every dude that I can ever.
So what he's doing is he's basically showing his value, because if you were in the same situation and you were intimate with somebody and you get in a situation where like you will go online and shame them, you lower your own value, because basically you're showing those who are, might want to be involved with you that you ain't shit. You ain't shit snitch. I mean, that's the thing. All I did, it's crazy to me. But let's go to bring this back.
Illicit relationship.
Okay, so let's go to this part, right? I want to go to the part where they're really going at each other. Okay.
Same energy. He has to be accountable to his own standards and points.
To come into this world. But I ain't surprised. And considering the parental situation, your boy think it might be for the best. I mean, you got a deadbeat dad who don't want to be involved, and a mom who's kind of using you as leverage and some kind of, it's a bit of a weird situation.
Chat, people that wanted to call in and debate me, people that were aggy in the comment section, but just crying and not making any actual points. How about y'all call in and debate now? What is
right? Let me go forward. Here we go.
Blah, blah. Responsibility, integrity, and accountability, but I'll abandon my child if I don't get what I want. That's what Abba is displaying right now. All this talk about responsibility, integrity.
Those are bars, LT. Let me spin it right there.
It does sound like I'm bugging him for days and for weeks. It wasn't like that at all. If he has proof, he can prove that. This is only 3 hours after the actual.
Now, before we get into Abba's breakdown, because it's a very long stream, people they've been dying for me to listen to Abba's stream. The funny thing about Abba's stream is he's taking it down. Well, he hasn't taken it down. He put it on members only, so it's no longer publicly accessible. But this is the thing about streams. If you stream it publicly and people already react.
It wasn't to get a hold of preacher.
Friends to blackmail. I mean, that's what it sounds like.
I didn't
You want money? I said fine. You want money? I said fine. You want money? Just fine. You send a letter in the mail, do that way, it was fine.
Are you talking about child support, or are you talking about like?
Yes, you want your money, I'll send your money. If you have a legal obligation, I'll send the money. I don't care. I will never spend time with anybody involved with you. I will never look them in the face. I will not learn any names. They will never know me. I will never know them. I'm going to make my own family.
He's talking about his children. So if she has a child, he's making it clear that he disowns the child and obviously her too, but he's nice enough to send money.
All my life, and they will have nothing to do with me. That includes you. Anything tethered to you, anything connected to you, I want nothing.
Because I told you how I felt 5 months in, and
I don't care about your explanation. You can say whatever you want. You will never know why. I don't owe you a thing. We're done. You ended our relationship. I accepted it. I didn't fight you. I didn't argue.
But you told me you wanted.
Based on I'll play the audio.
No.
Oh, here we go, Jen.
You told me to keep you updated on whether or not I was going to keep the baby.
So that was a mistake on my part. I'm sorry for that. I don't want to hear you.
And so you said you don't care if I keep it or not. After I
But keep it or not. I told you I don't want you to keep it. You know, that would make me feel better. You know what I'm saying? But even if you decide to keep it,
It would make him feel better if she didn't keep it.
You know, I'm paying child support for a kid I don't want to just because it's connected to you. Don't feel that great.
But what did
I'll pay the child support because it's my responsibility, but I don't want anything to do with you.
Because what did I do?
Well, I'll never know. I don't owe you anything.
So when he calls other folks deadbeats and holds folks to some sort of standard, understand that he got a woman pregnant, but because he does not like the woman anymore and she does not want to be in a relationship with him anymore, he wants nothing to do with the child. He
actually has more to do with his character, but that'll be his excuse, is that because he doesn't like the woman anymore or claims to not like the woman anymore. What happened was he stopped getting his way, and that set him off. I'm going to drop the link just in case somebody wants to come up. Here we go.
He thinks that absolves him of all responsibility. Oh, I wanted it at first, but the second she didn't want me, now I don't want to take care of my responsibilities in the child. She didn't want the child either. She aborted the child. So she's not off the hook. This is not screaming she's an angel and Abba ain't shit, but we don't know who the hell she is at the end of the day, and we really don't care.
Exactly. That's my segment. It's exactly. I'm listening to what's going on with Abba. That's what I was listening to. I was listening to his responses. Don't get me wrong. I understand people can get upset, but now we're going on a week and he still sounds the same, which means that this is how he sounds in a relationship offline. This is who he is offline. This is not, it was wrong for her to record him without his permission. That I agree. Send her to jail or whatever if you want to. But the bottom line is this, is that he sounds like a monster. He sounds like the worst red pill motherfuckers that are out there. He sounds just like them. To me, this is kind of like a, what is that dude's name? Who slept with like 100 women and he was married. Derek Jackson. Another Derek Jackson moment.
I'm ready to move on. I'm just waiting for you to leave me the fuck alone. So, keep the kid, don't keep the kid.
And see, the thing is this. It's okay to be ready to move on. It's okay that you want to be left alone. But he's not saying that to her to give her information on what he wants to do next. He's doing it to hurt her. He's trying to hurt her. Otherwise, he would just be a man and just go, I really just want to move on, and would say it in a less demeaning way, because you don't have to say it. If you're moving on, then why would you want to hurt somebody you're just leaving anyway? What he's trying to do is manipulate her. And he might be manipulating her just to hurt her, or he might be manipulating her to make sure that she doesn't have the child. Either way, he's showing his own character.
Good choice. I'm not saying that, so I'm not going to talk to you about it. If you keep it, send a letter in the mail. I'll send the money. If you don't, thanks the Lord.
Exactly. Phoenix Soul says, at least stop raw dogging these goofies. Bars. Why Seeker Knowledge says, that guy from Fresh and Fit said exactly the same thing. Bars. Don't give up nothing but baby batter. Yep. And don't want to even see the life they brought here. Exactly. But got all the smoke for women Exactly. Bars. I would even say that Abba is at least twice as bad as Fresh was. At least Fresh didn't really raise his bar. He said some effed up things, but he didn't raise his voice and was less demeaning as Abba. Abba is worse than Fresh if I had to grade them evenly.
So you have to choose. What do you want to do? You'll have to figure that out. I'm not going to be part of that conversation. But I will never visit the kid. The kid will never visit me. I'll never know who they are. He will never know me. I promise.
So like.
Now, does that incentivize a woman to keep the child? She will never know the father, never see the father, never be a part of the father's life. I heard that, and I'm like, from Abba?
Right. Exactly. No, the reason why he's still on the phone with her, because all he needs to do is hit that little red button, right? He doesn't hit that little red button, which is gone, right? But he doesn't do that. He's still on the phone because he's not convinced he's gotten what he was trying to get, which is his way. Whatever way that is, that's why he's still on the phone.
Mr. Morality Police? The way he barred down Fresh and Fit, this happened?
Brother, You know what this is weird, though? I was listening to this Abba supporter earlier today, and he's the same guy who always keeps telling everybody, oh, yeah, the manosphere, there's a gender war. He keeps using that same gender war crap. And it's funny to me that guy keeps saying that gender war crap when he's literally contributing to the gender war, and he makes his money in the gender war, in Black YouTube. It's funny how these guys go, oh, I don't like Black YouTube. Oh, F Black YouTube. It needs to be burned down. But then that's where they make their money. They could be making videos on basket weaving. They could be making videos on, hunting. They could be making videos on playing sports, even though this dude I'm talking about is probably too fat to even get on the, play, probably break his knees. The point I'm making is this. The dude that I'm talking about fully supports Abba and thinks that Abba should call the police on the girl for releasing this video, which is a possibility. The thing is this. He claims to not hate women when all he does is hate women. Same with Abba. I guarantee you, Abba will claim that he doesn't hate women. He's just like Godfrey does too. Godfrey claims he doesn't hate women until you get him mad, till you get the nigga mad, and then you start seeing how he rolls. See, you really get to find out how much men hate women when they get mad. That's what you find out.
So you have to choose. What do you want to do? You'll have to figure that out. I'm not going to be part of that conversation. But I will never visit the kid. The kid will never visit me. I'll never know who they are. He will never know me. I promise.
So like you telling me.
He's not saying I'll never, ever. Just because she's going to get the point after 5 years and he hasn't shown up. What he's trying to do is make sure she does get the abortion.
All this stuff.
And remember, this is the same dude who went in on Fresh so hard.
You yelling at me and saying these things.
Yeah, I'm yelling at you because you blackmailed me. So I'm going to yell.
I didn't
because you keep
blackmail you.
The blackmail gets addressed as well. We get to know what the blackmail consists of.
Me. So yeah, I'm not yelling because you're harassing me. I'm not upset about that.
I needed my cousin to text you because there is a baby and you blocked him.
Yeah, whatever. You're harassing me. You have your friends trying to blackmail me. You're harassing me. You don't want to stop. So you were sending messages to the page. You're saying business partner. You're doing all this goofy ass shit. So it's fine. You're harassing me. So you got me yelling. I don't really give a shit.
You don't think that I need to contact you?
I'm not look, if he wanted, if it's being a piece of crap or not, he has the right to just communicate to her that he doesn't want the child. That's fine. If it's not fine, it's in the moral sense, but he has that right. It's the way that he's talking to her and how, if you notice, he's really just repeating the same thing over and over again. At least if you want to be known for being a classy dude or a respectable dude, be classy and respectable in all situations. He's making it clear that he's just a scumbag. That's what he's doing. He's making it clear he's just a scumbag. He doesn't need to go in this hard on her to convince her not to have the child. But he thinks he has to.
You say justify, maybe leave it justified. I don't give a fuck. You're harassing me.
So if my friends see that you said you don't.
I don't care your explanation for why, okay? You send your friends to blackmail me. Move on. What do you want to talk about?
I didn't send my friends to blackmail you. Don't you think?
Okay, you did. You'll never convince me otherwise. You're a blackmailer as far as I'm concerned.
Don't you think they would?
Hey, there's nothing to argue about. You can't convince me. Stop.
Don't you think they would already?
You're a blackmailer. I don't want a child with a blackmailer for sure. So that's how I see it. That's the end of that story.
So
there's no conversation. We're not talking about that.
Okay.
You're not convincing me, and I'm not going to listen to your explanation.
Okay, you don't have
I'm
to.
not listening.
You don't
I'm
have
not
to
going to hear
listen.
it. So move on.
You don't have
move
to.
on.
But you say.
All right, then I'll just mute the call. I'll mute the call and go ahead and talk. I listen to the damn word you're about to say for the next 30 seconds. And when I unmute it, you can tell me.
You know something? Come to think about it, yeah, it was wrong for her to record him, but the bottom line is this: is that it was wrong for him to try to manipulate her. She's just recording the manipulation because he could have just said, "I'm not interested in having any children." And I wish you the best, and hung up in a nice, calm, relaxed voice. She wouldn't have nothing. He gave her all of this. He gave her all of this. No, I mean, she still shouldn't have done it. But you think about it, it's like, well, hey, he kind of hung himself out to dry.
When you say unmute, you're saying like you can't hear me?
Put a little timer over here.
So you think you telling me I'm going to do this?
Man, I just want this dog to leave me alone and this girl will not disappear.
All he has to do, if he really wants her to leave him alone, he's got a red button and a block button. He's made his point. He's made his point. Just hang up, bro. But watch, he'll keep going.
Good Lord. All right, 15 seconds.
Does this sound accountable to y'all? This sounds pathetic, bruh.
I agree, LT.
All right, there we go. All right, so what do you want to talk about?
I just don't think, like, why do you feel like you saying I'm going to do this all on my own isn't, like, that isn't.
Did you miss the first, like, however many minutes of the video?
Remember now, this is a non-black woman. That is technically what? Blackmailing him? So why is it tomorrow that 90% of the red pill men are going to go in on black women when every time some drama comes up, it's Daisy or Lily? I'm just asking because it always seems like, it's not a black woman that's causing the drama in their life, but why is it that these men focus on disrespecting black women? Now, he's disrespecting Lily, I can tell you that, but you get my point. Tomorrow, all a red pill will be digging up some shit on Megan or somebody else like her, or on somebody else who's a black woman. But they won't be doing it. Again, How many of these dudes dig up shit on Selena Powell and go and say the same shit they said about Megan? If you thought that meme about Megan was bad, so if they made a meme about Selena Powell, they'd have to make a poster and shit. Selena Powell literally has at least 100 times the amount of bodies Megan has. But they have more respect for Selena Powell than they do Megan. That just goes to show you the level of self-hate these dudes have. Because what's the difference between the two? Hey, you want to knock up Selena Powell or whatever? By all means. And by the way, she's known for exposing niggas left and right. So if you want to hang out with Selena Powell, by all means, but don't go at Megan then. Because if you ain't going after Selena Powell and you're going after Megan, you're exposing your own self-hate. It makes no sense. Selena Powell is about as worst the person to sleep with for anybody. She's going to expose you. You saw what she said she did to that accused rapist academics. And Selena Powell knows that dude did that. But she's still willing to go back over there. That's how low her self-esteem is. Her character is. See, these are some low vibrational mofos. Let me keep it going. Here we go.
Did you miss the first however many minutes of the video? Did you not see all the hypocritical statements made followed by this activity? What matters if she wants to abort the child after saying she's going to keep the child and him saying he wanted to keep the child? Then when she left him, all of a sudden he didn't get his way. He's kicking and screaming, and now he don't want the child. This is the short form of what happened. She sounds like a narcissist, many people say. This is Abba's perspective. Blah, blah, blah. Responsibility, integrity, and accountability, but I'll abandon my child if I don't get what I want.
That's how most red pill men think. That's how most red pill men think in our community. I will at least give Clay this much. At least he didn't leave a baby inside of Megan. Because most other men would have.
That's what Abba is displaying right now. All this talk about responsibility, integrity, accountability, busting in these women, blah, 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 understanding what they go through when they're pregnant, mood swings, hormones, blah, 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 that all applied to Fresh and everybody else. But when it was him, fuck you. I hope you die. Kill the baby. I won't ever see it. Blah, blah.
Yep. Very well said, LT. And let me jump on that for a minute. Remember when the red pill dudes were like saying, Cynthia G is fucked up because she said, you got to kill black male babies, blah, 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 blah. It wasn't that. She said something else different because it was not really, she wasn't demanding women delete black male babies. She was saying that black men will treat their mothers so bad that you want to avoid having them. And it's true because these men usually grow up to delete the mother of their children a lot of times. It is the most common way a black woman passes away, gets sent to the upper room in an unnatural way where it's not like, cancer or whatever. So now you see the logic behind what Cynthia G was saying is like, what if you're bumping into some dude who thinks just like ABBA? What's the freaking point of having a child, having to grow up to be like ABBA or even worse?
Blah.
You're a victim. There we go, CSI.
Y'all are tripping. I'm an equal accountability motherfucker out here. Anybody can get it, man.
Let me fast forward a little bit.
Of Libby getting blocked by.
Oh yeah, she blocked.
Don't worry about why I think they're lies. I'm never going to tell you. All you need to know.
Do you
is
think
I
they were
want
lies
you out of my
because
life.
you
How do I get you out of my life? No, how do I get you out of my life? Tell me. That's why. If you want to talk, yeah, tell me how I get you out of my life. Is there any way I can make sure I never hear from you again? Oh, tell me how. Give me that answer. Who's to answer that question? How do I rid myself of you? Oh, now you don't have anything to say? You don't have an answer to that? I can't get rid of you, can I? Like, you're always going to be this fucking parasite who shows up in my life. Is that what you're saying?
I don't think that's how I've been. I think I've been trying to.
I don't care how you think how you've been. I just want to know. I don't want to hear you talk about anything else. Can you just tell me how I can get you out of my life?
Talk. I don't think.
Because I don't want to hear you talk about anything. I don't owe you a conversation. All I want to know is, how do I get you out of my life? All I want you is to be gone. I just want you to be gone. Like, you are disruptive to my life. You're ruining everything for me. I don't want anything to do with you. I want to go back to work. I want to enjoy my life. I want to.
She's ruining everything for him, but he didn't strap up. That's kind of weird, isn't it? Yeah, that's weird. See, that's the no accountability that LT was talking about. He should know that at the very least, he's 50% responsible for the situation he is in. Phoenix Soul says this: my ex-husband said that to me. Then he had a heart attack and kneeled the following week and killed the following week. Be careful what you wish for, Goofy. Bars. May your ex rest in peace.
Be able to enjoy anything I enjoy. I want you gone.
So
you are the worst thing in my life. How do I get rid of you?
Okay,
Tell
so
me.
That brother's stressing.
So he's not blaming himself for making his life horrible. He's blaming her for him making his life horrible. He knows all about what happened. Remember, this is after he saw the situation go down with Fresh. He saw how Daisy was doing literally a similar thing that Lily is doing, right? And he's not thinking to himself like, you know, man, he's not even thinking like, man, I messed up. He's thinking like, so what if I nutted in you? I don't care. I don't want you to have the kid. Get out of here. I'm not saying that she has the right to stay in his life, because anybody, that's unfortunately, it's the option an individual has. The problem is what the way he's handling it shows a very low class, scummy character. Nobody told him to be on the phone this long with this woman about this situation. There's a reason why he was on the phone for this long. Either to hurt, either to threaten, or to coerce this woman into doing something he wants her to do. Whether it's leave, not have the kid, or both, not leave and not have the kid. that's that. So anyway, that's about that's what's going down tonight. I guess that's the best way to end it. I would like to thank LT for and you need to check out his channel. He's got great work over there. He does great work over there. For letting me review and react to his live stream. But because I wanted to get his input too, you know, because it's important that men get input from other men, because then it's a confirmation that what we are thinking is on point, or is something that is not just individual to us. And hey, look, just a couple months ago, I was making a roast video in behalf of Abba and Preach against Red Pill. Remember when they made that Red Pill track? What was it, Red Pill Way or something like that? And but I'm feeling what LT was saying. Look, I'm equal opportunity. If your behavior falls into a certain box, if it goes to a scum level and you fall in there, I'm sorry, I got smoke for you. I'm not just going to give you a pass just because you were making us laugh 2 months ago, making the Red Pill Way, because that what didn't show me how you really were. What showed me how you really were is how you talked to this woman. That showed me how you really were. So you might as well, you know, Abba might as well join Fresh and Fit. He's maybe that's why they went at each other so hard, is because their markets were so close. The only difference is that one guy played, you know, offense and the other played defense, but really they're the same kind of dudes. So I would not be shocked after getting exposed like this if he joins, because I've seen it happen before. Where a dude gets exposed, he gets exposed, then it's like, fuck it, let me, now I expose myself as being Red Pill, let me just go ahead and be Red Pill. I've seen that happen many a time on YouTube. Yeah. So anyway, thank you everybody for showing up. Let me go ahead and hit the beat.
Goes around.
Here we go.
DJ Torch. And friends.
I'd like to kick a shout out.
It's about to go down, baby.
Phoenix Soul in the house. Why you seeking knowledge in the house? I said what I said in the house. Kevin, the lifestyle guy in the house. Henry Mars in the house. Miss Alto in the house. Why you seeking knowledge? Thank you so much for the gifts. Deontay Grant in the house. Tomas in the house. Thank you, Phoenix. Yes, I said what I said, gotta get the jam in. Here we go.
That's our cue. It's not a party without you, without you, without you, without you. DJ Torch and friends.